Welcome to Broken Tusk Rising, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition actual play in the Galarian campaign setting. We're playing through the Quest for the Frozen Flame adventure path.
I'm Shaun, and I'm playing Andreas Witchborn, the Human Magus.
I'm Jessica, and I'm playing Xankath, the Halfling Fighter.
I'm Janette, and I'm playing Jonesy, the Human Cleric.
This is Josh, and I'm playing Korgo, the Human Barbarian.
Last time on Broken Tusk Rising, the scouts of the Broken Tusks defeated a group of gremlins and added an enormous herbivorous dinosaur to the following. They continued scouting east, leading the Broken Tusk following away from the rampaging Burning Mammoth following, and toward their eventual goal, Red Cat Cave. They arrived at the Gornok River and found a safe place to cross, but the water was contaminated. The scouts searched upstream for the source of the toxins and found a group of burning mammoths cutting pieces off of something in a cage on a travois, then dumping the pieces in the river. Upon spotting the Broken Tusk scouts, the burning mammoths attacked. Roll for initiative.
Ooh, Andreas got a 9.
Oh no, I got a 10.
I do still appreciate how these Burning Mammoth Warriors tokens look like they're running with scissors.
Yes.
So reckless.
Xankath got a 20.
That's how you could tell they're the bad guys.
Only bad guys would run with scissors.
We don't care about rules, man. We disregard safety procedures. Do you want to have Hrungara go on your turn, Josh?
Hrungara has to go on his turn.
Okay, great.
Yes.
The Burning Mammoth Long Shield got a 28 for initiative. 3 Burning Mammoth Warriors who got 19, 19, and 15. And then Korgo, what did you get?
13.
And that means that the Burning Mammoth Long Shield gets to go first. And I should actually show you the Long Shield art. I don't think I ever showed you that.
I can't remember.
No, we haven't seen this yet.
Cool.
Yeah, so that thing on this person's right arm is a shield. It's kind of hard to tell from the art.
Yeah.
Like a brambly spiked shield
I thought that was
made from branches.
Brambly cloak.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, how would you describe this woman in her shield?
Brambly.
Brambly, okay.
She's got long black hair.
She needs some conditioner.
Red paint, whatever, across her eyes. She's got a very, very pokey shield on her right arm and is carrying a spear in her left. Got some furs on her legs.
They got big talons on them, maybe like badger pelts or something like that. They have these big old claws, hooked claws coming off of them.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
I don't want to get kicked by her.
Her shield has a lot of holes in it.
Yeah. We're going to put some arrows through that, right, Xankath?
Yeah.
It also kind of looks like she's wearing white athletic socks.
Oh, it does. It does kind of look like that.
Yep.
So she's ready to run.
Those are foot wraps, yep. So she gets to go first. And that's not ideal, actually. She would probably prefer that you come up toward her, but that's okay. She's going to lead the charge. She'll stride 20 feet, and then stride another 20 feet, and then raise her shield. How do I do that in the character sheet? Can I do that?
It's just usually a +1 to AC if she has it as an action.
Oh, it's got her AC listed here.
Yeah.
It's fine. With the shield, that's fine. And that's the end of her turn. Xankath, what do you want to do?
I'm going to, first off, activate my stance, point blank shot. I'm just going to shoot the one that ran towards me. Not going to get fancy at the moment. I have to unsheath my bow, I'm sure. So, one action left. I'm going to shoot. That is a 23 to hit.
That is a hit.
That's 5 damage.
Plus.
Okay.
Plus 2. That's 7 damage. Thank you, Shaun.
You got it.
One of the hunters gets to go. I don't know. There it is. And that hunter is going to run 20 feet. And the hunter is just screaming at you, the top of his lungs, Evarsa! And still can't get to you. And so it will use the last of its move to get right up next to Xankath here.
Rude.
Seems to be a lot of move actions.
Yep. That's what you have to do when you don't have ranged weapons. Oh, you know what? This guy has a ranged weapon. This guy's going to stand back and shoot a sling At Xankath. So Xankath shot an arrow. I'll shoot at Xankath with a sling. What's the range on that? Does it say?
50 feet.
50 feet. So I am not within 50 feet, am I?
No, so I think it's -2.
I think I would prefer to just move a bit.
Sure. Logical.
And then shoot with a sling. A 14. Does a 14 hit Xankath?
Misses.
The sling bullet goes flying past Xankath, missing you.
Just right over her head. It's like they thought she was taller.
Yeah, they didn't take that into account. It's got the reload property. That means this guy needs to take an action to reload it?
Yep.
Okay, so just the one shot this round. All right. That's that person's turn. And then the next hunter. So this guy will move 25. Then move another 25. Yeah, I'll go ahead and step up. Use the last action to step up into melee combat. So this last hunter steps up right next to Xankath and Korgo into melee range. And that is the end of that person's turn. That hunter, as he's charging, says, "Just you wait. You'll see the glory of Varsa has bestowed on our latest weapon."
Varsa.
Korgo, it is your turn.
None of that sounds good. And I don't know how to play my character.
Oh, well, I guess we'll call it quits here then.
We're in trouble.
Thought we could go a little longer than that, but
No,
Done.
that's the end. We're done.
Good run, guys.
Korgo will use command animal to have Rungara run around, and if any of these guys get attacks of opportunity, they get to do that.
They do not.
Excellent. Good to know.
He just met this cat, but it seems to know exactly what he wants, and the command will be to attack this guy between... He's flanking one of the running with scissors guys.
Yes, one of the mammoth hunters. Yes, Burning Mammoth hunter.
I'm going to try to bite him with a 12.
Who's trying to bite him? Just curious.
Yeah, you have to actually make that explicit because...
Frungara.
I heard him say that.
All right.
Okay.
And then Korgo will bite him next.
Both were plausible, so...
Show him how to do it.
No, Hungar, like this.
Yeah, I'm afraid a 12 misses.
Okay. And here's my dilemma. When Korgo goes into rage, he can't command animal anymore, so maybe he'll have to not go into a rage right away. I don't know. We'll see. But Korgo will use an action to take out his cool +1 spear, and he'll use that on the guy.
Okay.
And I think he's flat-footed against us. And that's a 22 to hit.
That is a hit.
Yeah, 8 damage.
8 damage.
Nice.
Ow. Korgo, you've got your little Smilodon flanking this hunter. He snaps the hunter, and the hunter sort of yelps and swings at him with a spear, trying to fend the cat off, and you take advantage of the opportunity to jab this hunter in the back with your own spear. And that makes it Jonesy's turn.
Jonesy will call upon Saren Ray to bless the party so they may hit harder and he doesn't have to do as much. It begins as a 5-foot radius just around Jonesy, and so that gives everybody a +1 stat bonus to attack rolls, only within the actual area.
So right now, if you're adjacent.
And then, wait, I have one more action. I don't know if this is possible. Can I cast guidance and bless at the same time?
If you have the actions.
Yeah.
I do. Okay, and then he will cast guidance on Korgo for an additional +1 stat bonus to attack rolls, perception checks, saving throws, or skill checks.
Cool.
And that's only for your next turn, and then, yeah, that's it. So your next turn.
Andreas, your turn.
Andreas will swoop out his meteor hammer and start it a spinning, and he will cast shield on himself. So he's got shield in case some range attacks come at him, and he's going to just melee attack this burning mammoth that is surrounded by Korgo and Rungara with his reach weapon. So I think because Korgo's kind of in the way, he'll get a +1 to AC.
Yep, some light cover.
But because I'm getting a +1 from Bless, it kind of comes out in a wash. That is a 14 to hit.
That is not a hit, I'm afraid.
It's all good.
You are slightly unlucky as the hunter ducks another bite from the cat and happens to duck your meteor hammer as it swings by where his head was. That brings us on to the start of round 2, starting with the long shield, the Burning Mammoth long shield. Who is going to... Oh, let's start by getting rid of this stupid cat.
Ugh.
So let's start getting rid of the stupid cat with a shield punch. The long shield, who has a spear in one hand, ignores the spear and strikes at your cat with the shield, the boss of the shield. That is just an 11 to hit.
That's a miss.
Which is a miss. Not very impressive. Sadly, that is probably the best move this character has. She tries to punch again with this shield. She says, "It's too late. The river is poisoned. You've wasted days. You may kill us, but we've already won." Nope. 12. Does not hit your little cat. That means it is Xankath's turn. Xankath, what do you want to do?
I believe we have discussed this in the past, and I just looked it up, but there's no penalty for... I could get attack of opportunity for using a ranged weapon in melee, but there's not a penalty.
That's your only risk. Yeah.
Okay. And we already know they can't do attacks of opportunity, so I'm good. I'm going to shoot the one to my north, the one by Korgo.
Okay.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
The natural one for a total of 12. That's
so that is a miss.
Not going to do it. Shaun, we discussed this last time. I can also feint. And what was the other one?
Intimidate?
Intimidate, feint, trip, shove, grapple, tumble through to get on the other side of them, disarm them, recall knowledging.
Awesome.
Probably not in a position to hide or sneak at the moment.
Mm-mm. The one above me is already flat-footed. I'm going to try to trip the one to my left, the one not flanked.
Okay.
And so for that, I just do an athletics check.
Yes, but it is an attack, so it does have multiple attack penalty.
Oh, okay.
Which would be -5.
And it's against their reflex?
Trip is reflex, yeah.
Okay. I'll go for it.
Do it.
That is a 16 to trip him.
Unfortunately, that is not enough to beat their reflex save, DC.
Okay. Also, that doesn't seem to have taken into any penalty into it. So it's actually an 11. For the multi-attack penalty.
Oh, well.
Okay.
No, he jumps out of the way of your attempt to trip him.
And is intimidation considered an attack?
No.
I want to intimidate the one that I just tried to trip, which seems counterproductive, but, you know, let's go for it. An attack at this point is going to be pointless.
What are you doing to be intimidating?
Well, let's see how I roll, and I'll tell you.
Okay. Okay.
Good idea.
Okay. Oh, I turn and I growl at him, which is terribly ineffective with Rungara right beside him actually growling. It's just pitiful.
He looks kind of confused.
That was a 9 intimidation. Yeah, okay, sure. I'm done. That was a fun turn.
Okay. All right. One of the hunters gets to go. So the hunter that is right next to you that you just tried to intimidate looks confused.
I'll take confusion.
And says, "There's no Fran to save you this time. And we'll find and kill him someday, too."
The legendary Fran.
Kill him.
The legend grows.
He's threatening Fran.
And he's going to try... Oh, he doesn't really have much of a bonus there. No, I'm not going to succeed if I try any of these cool things.
I didn't either, but, you know, that's all right.
I mean, yeah, the chance of being able to trip you or anything like that is just so low. Okay, well, I'll try it. I'll try it anyway. I'll try tripping you. So he sticks out his spear and rolls an 18.
What is that against?
Your reflex DC, which would be 10 plus your reflex save bonus.
Oh, no, that fails.
Can't trip an archer. She's got decks out the ears.
Yeah, the ears.
He tries to trip you after you tried to trip the other one, and you just leap over his spear.
Ha-ha!
He gives up on being clever and just tries to stab you.
Sure.
Rolls a 25.
That'll hit.
Oh,
-5.
Oh, because the trip was... That's true. That's true. Is that a miss?
That's still a hit, but just barely.
Okay. 3 points of damage.
Ouch.
And last action. I really don't want to do another attack. I'm not even trained in coercion or an intimidation. Not even trained in intimidation. I guess I'll just take a attack at a big penalty. A 12.
That misses.
Nope.
That misses.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he makes a feeble stab with his spear. And that brings us to the next hunter, the one that's been injured, the one that is flanked by Korgo and Hrungara. And this guy, he's going to try shoving Korgo. That counts as an attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to try shoving Korgo. It's a total of 15. That is not going to beat your, what is that? Is it Fortitude?
Fortitude DC.
Yeah, that's not going to beat your Fortitude DC, is it?
Nope, it doesn't.
Okay. Try to be cool. Let's go back to the stabbing. 17.
That misses.
No, I'm sorry. Nope, that's a 12. It's only a 12, not a 17.
Extra misses.
Extra misses.
Super duper misses.
Let's see. And with the last action, I'm going to take a step to stop being flanked. And that's the end of that Mammoth Hunter's turn. The last hunter, the one that's using the sling, is going to take a shot at Korgo because I think everybody else has some cover. That is a 21 to hit.
Ow! A nice shot. Oh, very nice shot.
6 points of damage. All right, so Korgo, your enemy steps away from you, and suddenly a sling bullet goes whizzing through the air and hits you in the forehead.
Ow.
And he says, "Even if you defeat us, the boy with eyes of dawn and dusk will kill you all." And he'll take another shot. And that's a 17 to hit.
That misses.
All right, so this bullet goes whizzing by you, goes whizzing by Andreas. And then with my last action, I'm going to step a little bit north. All right, so I'm going to stride a couple squares north. He steps back toward the travois. That's the end of his turn, and that brings us to Korgo.
These guys are so weird. They're talking weird stuff. It's making Korgo mad. He doesn't understand what they're talking about. So one of the benefits is that after Korgo hits something, they're still considered flat-footed to Hrungara to the end of the next turn. So that one that stepped away is still flat-footed to Hrungara. So Korgo's going to use command animal, and the command is more like a grunt. It's not. There's no words there. They just get each other. So Hrungara's going to make 2 attacks, 14 to hit.
Flat-footed, that is a hit.
Yeah.
Very nice. Deals 1d6 piercing and an additional d4 when they're flat-footed.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
So that is, I just rolled a 6, and I'm trying to roll an extra d4 because I got skills. Ooh, max damage, 10 damage.
Wow.
Bravo.
Okay, tell me how Hrungara kills this poor man.
Oh, he's got to go for the neck, I think. Or she. Let's make it a she, right? Did we establish a sex for this animal?
It is up to you.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, Hrungara lunges at the neck and does your classic Smilodon neck throat action.
Snap.
Ooh, yeah. That thing's
There is a
guy's
horrible gurgling sound as Hrungara rips the man's throat out.
nasty.
Anything else, Korgo, for your turn?
Oh, yeah, that was one action so far. And Hrungara...
Well, I didn't know. I thought maybe you just want to take a break for the rest of the
way.
Learn who your character is.
No, I'm still learning. So Hrungara has another attack they can do. Let's attack whatever they're called, the weird shield person.
Okay.
And that's a miss with a 6.
Yeah.
Korgo will take a step up and attack this person next to Xankath, because that's not cool, with a 23 to hit.
That is a hit.
And 8 damage.
Okay. Ow.
Good round.
My thing is gone, right? Guidance is a 1-round thing.
It is, yeah. It's done now.
Will it know automatically to turn off? Like I don't do anything.
Well, you hit next player and see what happens, because it's supposed
let's
to...
see.
Expires start of initiative 10. It's going to do it, guys. This is awesome.
Cool.
Very cool.
Jonesy, it's your turn.
I don't know who this man, boy, Don person is, but you better not be talking about my main man friend like that. And I guess I was thinking about trying to throw a lance over Xankath.
Just
You can do
+1
that.
to the creature's AC.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to do that.
Xankath isn't that much cover.
Nope.
Oh no, 14?
I'm afraid a 14 is a miss.
Okay, and then with my last action, I will increase the bless to 10 feet.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Andreas, it's your turn.
So Andreas is going to step to the south of Xankath. Not step, stride 10 feet to the south of Xankath. Bastion in his pocket. And he is going to one action Thunderous Strike, which is his focus spell.
Oh dear.
15-foot cone. And I want to just hit the baddies I want to hit and not hit Hungara. Like so. So I'm able to hit both of those guys. They are going to make a fortitude save.
All right, fortitude save. All right, the first one attempts a fortitude save and gets a 17.
Okay, that's a success.
All right, and the long shield attempts a fortitude save and gets a 21.
No.
That's also a success. So they will both take half damage, which is 2. Or sorry, 2 is the full damage. So they take 1 point of damage.
All right.
Of sonic damage. And I get a melee strike as part of this. So I'm just going to roll that against this mammoth hunter right in front of me. 17.
That's a hit.
Sweet. Take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof. All right, how are you going to finish off this Burning Mammoth hunter?
So it's all kind of the same spell. So he just like hurls the meteor hammer up into the air, and this like crack of thunder hits as it just like falls down with gravity on top of this guy's head, and then like reverberations shatter through the ground, dealing that 1 point of damage to the other guy. And I still have one action left.
Yeah.
So I'm going to spend it to enter Arcane Cascade.
And that takes us to the Burning Mammoth Long Shield, who is going to step on top of that dead hunter.
Ugh. It's just going to move. Come on.
So steps forward 5 feet. They're stepping up right next to Xankath, Korgo, Andreas, and is still next to the saber-toothed tiger, and is going to take an attack on Andreas. And she says, "You'll pay for that!" And she punches at you with her shield. 29 to hit with a natural 20.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
And as a free action, she gets to raise her shield because she hit you with a shield boss. 8 points of damage to Andreas as she punches you with the shield.
Oof.
And then she's going to stab at you with her spear, because why not? But only a 13. You get out of the way of the spear.
I've dodged more dangerous spears than yours in the past.
Yeah, well, you're dumb.
I don't think that's factually accurate.
She's so negative.
Xankath, it is your turn.
I'm going to take a step.
All right, so Xankath was right next to that Burning Mammoth long shield who just hit Andreas, and she's taken a step back out of melee combat.
So I'm beside Jonesy and Andreas now.
Yep, sort of behind them.
Yeah, like in the catty corner to them.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot at the long shield. I feel like they'll probably get a bonus, but that's all right.
I think you probably have a decent shot there. I'm not gonna give them a cover bonus.
Lovely, thank you. And that is a 17 to hit.
With her shield up, that is just a hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dang it! I should have given her a cover bonus.
2 damage.
Plus?
Plus 2, 4 damage.
Plus.
I haven't hit in a while. I forgot. I'm gonna try to shoot again,
Okay.
and we'll see what
Use your
happens.
assistive shot.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Shaun, where would I be without you? I'm going to use assisting shot, which means that...
It just means if you hit, you pass a bonus down the road to the next person.
I thought I could do that after I hit, so I hit the first time.
Your assisting shot has to be after
the
your first shot.
one. Okay, yes, I remember now. I'm going to shoot again. Well, that's a 12 to hit. That's not going to do it.
The second shot just thuds into the shield. The hunter that is to the north that was throwing the sling bullets at you runs up to the travois and begins doing something with the lock on the cage.
Yeah, I should have gone after that one.
That's bad.
At the end of the round, that Burning Mammoth has unlocked the cage on the travois, but that's it. That's all that happens this round. Korgo, it's your turn.
Okay, that was bad, but they're far away. They're very far away. How many feet is that? There's nothing really to do, and it's already done, right? It's open.
Yes.
It's open.
Okay.
They spent 2 actions to open the cage on the cart.
All right. Korgo's just gonna. It's got this shield person to deal with, so Korgo's gonna just hit him with a 20.
20 is a hit.
Cool. That's 5 damage.
Oof. Not a lot left in this Burning Mammoth long shield.
I don't know. Don't want to send Hrungar by themselves after this guy, so Korgo will command Hrungar to bite him.
All right.
So Hrungar will take 2 attacks. Oh, that's a 1. Definitely a miss.
All right.
Second attack is a 20.
Hrungar misses badly, but with a follow-up, we've got a non-natural 20, so go ahead and roll your damage.
That is a total of 7.
Oof. Okay, so how does Hrungar finish off this Burning Mammoth?
Oh no! I gotta write down some killing moves, so I'm ready. This person is Korgo's still got a spear in them, and Hrungar runs up Korgo's back and it bites their face.
Oh God! All right,
jumping over Korgo's shoulder.
All right, she screams and falls to the ground, then stops moving. And then is that the end of Korgo's turn?
He's got one last action. He'll use that to move up. He won't even do the full 25 because he's worried about what the heck's in this. So let's just go 15.
Okay. Jonesy, what do you want to do? All your nearby enemies are dead.
Jonesy will just chill, hang out.
Okay. You want to delay?
No, he's going to move up, I think.
Oh, okay.
2 right beside, just a little bit behind Korgo.
Okay.
Trying to see if I have anything for area of effect because we don't know what's in this cage, right? We can't see from this distance.
No.
We think it's an ooze, right?
Yeah.
We think it's an ooze.
You decided that the toxins in the river were the result of an ooze.
Yeah.
Right.
But you can't make out from here what is in the cart, what is in the cage on the cart. I keep saying cart. It's a travois. Sorry. I know it's a cart on the map, but...
It has wheels. What are those?
What are those round things?
All right. Anything else, Jonesy?
Yeah, Jonesy is going to launch a fire ray.
Oh, okay.
At this travois. Okay, I'm going to target this guy and hope the travois perhaps catches on fire later.
Oh. All right.
That'd be cool.
A 19 to hit.
That is a hit. He cries out as fire hits him in the back.
Oh, it's 3 points of damage.
All right.
Just a little fire.
Just a little fire, Scarecrow. Andreas, what do you want to do?
Andreas is going to cast a spell. He summons forth some arcane energy and enhances how speedy his legs are. He casts Long Strider.
Ooh.
So my speed is now 35 feet instead of 25 feet. And he's gonna haul his way up there. 35 feet gets him a little further than Korgo. Can he see what's coming out of the cage from here?
You can see there's something. You can see there's a weird grayish icy blobby thing.
Yep, something awful is coming out of that cage. We need to get up there.
It's moving pretty slow.
We got a little while.
And that brings us to the top of the initiative. New round. And the first creature to go is the Rime Sludge.
Sure.
I'm going to show you a picture.
Doesn't sound good.
This weird creature oozes out of the cage.
Can't top this sludge, just won't budge. So cool, it's cool as ice.
Exactly.
It's a rhyme so nice.
That was pretty good.
All right, can you guys see the picture?
Oh. Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
It's not like a blob. It's like a humanoid thing.
It's not supposed to be humanoid, really.
I animalistic would be.
It's got like a bovine skull floating around near the top of its pumpkin-shaped head area. Lots of icicles and ice flowing around its goopy, gray stalks, pseudopods.
I think that's definitely a bighorn sheep.
Oh, I think you're right.
I thought it was a pumpkin with the deer coming out of it. But yes, it's a bighorn sheep.
A pumpkin? Wait a second. A pumpkin with a deer coming out of it?
Like a deer head coming out of it.
Interesting.
You guys know what its movement is called?
Creep?
Its movement is called slushy undulation.
Ugh.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't
Someone
love
was
that.
having a good day with the thesaurus.
Yeah. It's kind of gross looking, weird. It's making weird little crackly, slushy noises when it moves. It slimes its way off of the cart And the first thing it does is it immediately attacks this guy next to
I
it.
was hoping.
Good.
And let's see what happens here. 15 to hit, which is a miss. And it will try again. Oh, we have a critical hit. A natural 20. Let's see the damage. 10 points of damage. Wait, is that right?
You rolled max.
That is the normal damage. I haven't doubled it yet. Wow. Okay. So this creature reaches out with a pseudopod and just slams the hunter just flat into the ground. And he is just squished straight into the earth and dead.
Cool. I'm just going to stay back here.
Yeah.
Cue the Wilhelm scream.
And it'd be cool if sludges and oozes only got 2 actions.
Well,
but
you took 2 attacks.
yeah, I did take 2 attacks and I moved. So it is done. I was just thinking it would be cool if they only got 2 actions. 'cause
Yeah,
they're so
zombies
slow,
have
but-
slowed 1 as a permanent condition, so.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, but it doesn't seem to have that. That is the end of the ooze's turn. Xankath, this weird creature, has just oozed off of the travois, smashed the hunter into the ground, and is now standing there sort of trembling and oozing and dropping little icicles all over the ground.
Oh dear. I'm just going to move forward up beside Jonesy, and that puts me within 60 feet. I'm going to shoot it. Let's see if it actually does anything. That's a 31 to hit.
Whoa!
Nice.
Okay, so that is a
That
would be a critical hit no matter what.
Yep. Doesn't automatically do the D10, so that's 4 plus 2, so that's 6. Plus,
and then you double that.
plus I get a D10,
Oh.
so that's another 7.
Now, is that D10 precision damage?
It's deadly.
That's deadly damage.
Deadly damage because it's a bow. Right.
I
Okay.
do have to ask. Sometimes oozes are immune to critical hits.
Oh.
This one is immune to critical hits.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, so do I still get my D10 though, right?
That's right. You
It
do.
just doesn't double.
It doesn't double.
Okay, so that's
So you do your 7 plus 4 is 11
13.
damage. Oh, plus 2 more.
Yeah, 13.
13. 13 points of damage. A solid hit.
and it seems to take it. It doesn't.
It does take all that damage.
Okay,
I
cool.
mean, none of that is... Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It's just ordinary piercing damage,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. Here's some damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot one more time.
Okay.
18 to hit minus stuff, so probably not. I think I have a minus.
18 minus 5, that's 13 to hit.
Yeah.
That is still a hit.
Excellent. That's another 6 damage.
Nice work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was
Yeah.
a ton of damage. That was a ton of damage in one turn.
Yep.
Korgo, it's your turn. You've seen this weird creature ooze its way off the travois and then get lit up by arrows from Xankath. What do you want to do?
Yeah, he doesn't really want to get close to it because he just saw it kill a guy in one hit. So
Looks like a good call.
Korgo will not go too close. He'll move up. He'll advance a little bit. He's just a little bit closer than Andreas now. He'll put his spear away, and I guess taking out a javelin would be an action too. So he's just got a javelin out, and he's standing there staring down this bizarre creature.
You could drop the spear and take out a javelin.
I don't know. I do that a lot in other games.
Your spear can be thrown.
Oh, my spear can be thrown.
Your +1
Yeah?
spear, yeah. So on your character sheet, you've got 2 rows. The top row where it's strike
And the
plus
second
10,
one is
that's
the
melee.
throwing one. Nice.
Range increment is 20 feet, I think. So you'd be taking a -2.
Oh, okay, so now it's harder. Okay.
But it's an ooze.
All right, he'll throw his magical spear into the ooze.
Oh, wait, I need
With
that.
an 18.
18 is a hit, of course.
6 damage.
Oof.
It doesn't have propulsive. It's just you don't add your strength to it.
Oh.
So 2 points of damage.
Korgo tried to do the math in his head. He couldn't.
Actually, no, it's a +1 spear, so 3 points of damage, right?
There you go.
So Korgo rears back, throws the spear, it thuds into the creature, which doesn't really seem to care, but you're definitely hurting it. Jonesy, what do you want to do?
Jonesy would like to know what he knows about this thing.
Would you like to make a recall knowledge check?
I would.
You can make an occultism check if you have that. Unspecific lore. I can't remember. How does unspecific lore and specific lore work?
That's like if she had a
knowledge ooze or
knowledge
something.
ice creatures,
Yeah,
that would be unspecific. Knowledge
Okay.
ooze would be specific, probably.
I see.
So my only option is occultism.
Yeah, because it's not a nature, it's not a magic.
Okay. A 10?
No, I'm afraid you don't know anything about this thing other than it's an ooze.
All right. Well, surely Saren Ray's Divine Lance will do something. Let me see if I'm close enough here. I'm not. So Jonesy will... No, he can't move up and throw it. Oh no, I did too much.
You did too much.
Okay, he will run up beside Andreas so that he has his friend with him. And that's it.
Do you have any actions left there? I would take a guidance.
Yeah, I was just going to increase my bless.
Oh, make it bigger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Andreas, what do you want to do? Just to summarize for the listener, let's see how far away you are. You're about 40 feet from this ooze.
And I have a move of 35 and reach of 10. So I can get in there, and I think I might. So Andreas, with his superhuman speed, he will move up near the bank of the river and say, I knew I was saving this for someone, and fire whips down the chain of his meteor hammer, and he lashes out with a spell strike. Okay, so I roll to attack. I don't have bless. I don't have anything else. Getcha, 24 to hit.
Overkill. That is a critical hit, except they're immune to critical hits.
They're immune to crits. But the main thing is I'm going to get my spell as well as my regular damage. So that is 11 points physical damage, 1 point sonic, and 3 points of fire damage.
All right, so you notice that your fire seems to cause extra damage to it, and it sort of writhes around when it's struck by this fire.
Ah, I knew it.
Andreas, you hit it with this magical flame, and it just sort of collapses. It just the ice begins melting. The structure of bones and other things that had piled up to create this weird shape just falls apart, and it collapses to the ground. However, there is a side effect here. You are within 10 feet, I'm afraid, aren't you?
Yes. That is as close as I was willing to get, even.
As you strike this creature with fire and it collapses, a cloud of sickening decay and rot roils outward from it. And I need you to make a basic fortitude save.
22.
Nice.
Which you easily pass. So you only take 4 points of poison damage.
Oh, that was a awful creature. Good work, everyone. Korgo, Xankath. Jonesy, you as well. That would have been horrendous if it had encountered the following.
You can see the ground where it's seeping into the dirt is turning black and bubbling and freezing at the same time.
Can I kind of purge the area? I can just keep casting Produce Flame and kind of like...
Yeah, burn it away.
Try and evaporate as much of this ooze as possible.
For sure, yeah. You clean the area up.
I'd like to go to the river and see, like, look where they were throwing stuff in and then look further upriver and see if there's, like, if it looks like it's going to clear itself or if it's permanently poisoned.
Oh, make a nature check.
Sure. 15.
15. Yeah, so you can see that it's pretty clear the river from here downward has been contaminated. When those bits of this creature were thrown into the river, they didn't just float downstream. They've contaminated the ground, the soil, the rocks, everything in this area from here downstream is contaminated. However, upstream from here is not.
But there's nothing we can do to help clear that. Like, it's too much for us, right? There's no way we can.
It's too much. It's just going to have to take time to dissipate.
I don't understand why anybody would do this. Surely they must need to drink the water themselves.
They're trying to corral us in, Jonesy. They want us to be unable to escape them. If they slow us down at the river, they can hem us in.
If we cross the river, we become harder to track, harder to keep up with. This way, they're able to control where we go.
It's obvious from here that the river is poisoned and will likely remain so for a while, so you're going to have to find another place farther upstream where the following can cross if you want to avoid having any of the animals or people get poisoned. And this will cost you another day of reconnoitering to accomplish this and to redirect the following.
I mean, we could go south and just go we'd have to go through the hills but going south and going around the river to the lake would be an option, right?
You could do that, yep. Let me pull up the map here.
Korgo walks over to Frungara, who's like eating the 3 guys, and he's like, "No, you don't even stop. You don't eat them."
Faces are tasty, though. It's a little hard to make her stop. It's nice and soft there.
Cheek meat.
Yeah. You should decide which way you want to go. Basically, your options are to head farther south along the river. However, the river continues to be contaminated further south. If you want to have the following cross, you need to reconnoiter for another day.
And do we have to leave this hex to do it? Or
No.
Okay.
You can stay there in that hex and reconnoiter.
just find another safe spot?
Yeah.
I think that's probably our best bet, like to try and enter the hills, and if it's just contaminated further more downstream, that's going to waste 3 days.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and we're 1 square away from them, or hex. We're good.
We're going to have to go to the one north, right? That I don't have a way to
He's
ping.
saying we can stay in this hex.
Okay.
We just find a different spot within the hex to cross, which, makes sense. Like sometimes there's cliffs, sometimes the river's too deep, blah, blah, right? So we just need to spend more time scouting, and we don't have to waste 2 days getting into hills or a day backtracking.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so the morning after your fight with the Burning Mammoths, you get up and spend the day, which is the 7th of Gozran, looking for yet another river crossing farther upstream and helping the following safely cross. That day, the Burning Mammoths finally move again. So they're now only 1 hex away from you and the Broken Tusk following.
Good luck finding somewhere to cross the river.
They're in the adjacent hex just to the southwest of your location. You do have to return to the Broken Tusk camp to explain this new safer route and the toxins that you're dealing with. Is there anything that any of you want to do while you're in camp, or is there anyone you want to visit?
I want to talk to Letsua.
Ah, great. Okay, so you walk into the camp. People are excited to see you. People want updates, but you have work to do. So Andreas makes a beeline for Letsua, who is interested in talking to you. Letsua has updates for you as well. Wonderful, Andreas. It's so good to see you.
You as well, Letsua.
How goes it?
I have a question for you. Something most disturbing as we last encountered more of the Burning Mammoth attempting to harry our path.
Yes?
They invoked a name. Someone named Eversa. You heard of this person?
Evarsa. Yes, I've heard of Evarsa. She's one of the leaders of the Burning Mammoths. A very unsavory person. I don't know anything recent about her, but she was one of the strongest advocates for continuing to fight against the demon hordes.
Would she not be quite old by now?
Oh, I'm sure she is, although she wasn't there at the split of the tribe, you understand. She's one of the younger of the leaders, I think.
I see. Another name. In their war cry, they also invoked a name, the boy with the eyes of dawn and dusk. Does that ring any bells?
He narrows his eyes, and he says, "Are you sure?"
Yes, and I have my suspicions, but I didn't want to jump to conclusions.
Well, I think your suspicions are the same as my suspicions. Who were you thinking that was?
Well, if I remember correctly, and I've stared deeply into his eyes during our mock combats, I think the boy, Pacano, had eyes of different colors.
Yes, that was my suspicion as well. Yes, I think you're right. I think Pacano has switched sides. That doesn't bode well for us because he knows so much about our following.
It also sounds like they hold him in high esteem. He said, even if we defeat them, the boy with the eyes of dawn and dusk would kill us all. If he is not only known to them, these scouts sabotaging the river, but respected and revered by them, I do not think that bodes well.
I think you're right. I shall have to share this with the other lords, and we will... Well, I don't really know what we'll do. Let me update you on what we've been doing. We've set up a rear guard with Shaggy Shemvin leading some junior scouts. So far, there have been no direct attacks. Supplies are in good shape. The Mammoths are not happy about the pace, but they are still cooperative. I don't really have anything to report, except for that we continue to follow in your excellent path.
Thank you, Letsu. I appreciate your support and good planning with the rest of the following. I must go prey on what I have learned. Thank you.
Thank you for the update. Please extend my goodwill to your compatriots.
Of course.
Does anyone else want to talk to anyone or do anything? Or perhaps put a giant piece of text up on the map? Yeah, I think maybe that was worth a hero point for figuring that out there, Andreas.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. For the record, that wasn't me campaigning for a hero point. I had my notes up.
Yeah. That was Josh campaigning for a hero point.
I did that.
Much appreciated.
All right. Does anybody else want to talk to anyone or do anything?
Xankath wants to go and check in on Wippa and the kids and just make sure they're all right. I mean, I'm sure they're fine, and we don't have to do a scene here if there's nothing that Wippa wants to convey, but...
Yeah, I can just give you an update.
Yeah.
Wippa is exhausted.
Yeah.
She is recovering from that traumatic labor, and she's getting a lot of help with taking care of the triplets, who are all healthy, but she's very tired. And she's spending a lot of time resting on a travois when the group is moving and just recovering.
Yeah. Okay. I just check in and doing all over the babies a little bit and make sure they're all doing okay.
Xankath, maybe you could offer to take one of the babies for a little while out scouting or something like that. Give her a break.
I'm not sure she would appreciate me dragging one of her newborns off to who knows where.
Korgo, didn't you start Brahm young?
Oh, I would love to carry a baby while fighting. Yes, absolutely.
Honestly, I'm not sure how having a baby upon my chest would affect my shooting, so that's most of my concern.
If anything, it would be quite motivating.
Indeed.
Anything else? Anybody else want to talk to anyone or do anything?
I think Jonesy would just be going around camp, offering to do first aid if anybody's hurt, including the main party.
Oh, yeah.
There are other scouts, some of whom were hurt during the combat several days ago, and you can help with some of those injuries and recovery. There don't seem to be any other injuries. The animals are in good shape. But yeah, you can help a little bit with some of the injured people around the camp. Does Korgo want to do anything?
Yeah, Korgo's got a giant welt on his forehead, and he'll take Brahm to see the dinosaur because that's cool.
Sure.
Yes. Well, Brahm is excited by your cat that he hasn't seen before.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot. Totally forgot. It's covered in blood. Needs a bath.
He points at it and says, "Is this your kitty?"
Yeah, name's Hrungara.
He's got a stick in one hand, and he slaps it on top of the head with a stick and says, "Nice kitty."
Hey, all right. Just be careful. It killed 2 people today.
It growls at him. "Nice kitty." Slap, slap, slap. Okay, bye, Dad.
All right, he'll learn, I guess.
So you finish up in the camp. You return to lead the camp on the trail that you've blazed.
Wait, really quick. Can I just do a first aid on Andreas?
Yeah, sure. And I think Korgo probably needs one too.
So that's a 20.
So 2d8.
8.
Oh. That's enough. That fills me up.
Didn't Xankath get hurt too? We all took some pain.
I'm only down 3.
Korgo, you need a healing too.
Yeah.
How long are we hanging out at camp? So I think I
Overnight?
can only do first aid every hour.
You can do it every 10 minutes unless you want to double the hit points.
Oh, okay, so I'll just try again here. 21.
Yep.
So you get 15.
15 back.
Nice.
I'm very good at this.
And if you've got another 10 minutes, I'm only short 3, but...
Oh yes, come here. 24. 4. 8.
8. All right, so everyone is healed up, bandaged, and ready to go. You return to scouting. The Broken Tusk following sets up some defenses as a precaution now that the Burning Mammoths have moved closer. But nothing happens during the night. It is now Fire Day, the 8th of Gozran. A wind picks up and blows hard from the east, bringing cold air down from the mountains. to remind you that it's not summer just yet. You bundle up and push forward, reaching the next hex, right? The next day. Which hex are you moving to? Are you moving to the southeast across the plains? Is that the plan?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we wanted to go between the hills.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus, we got to go to the lake, so.
Yep. So you make that move on the 8th. On the 9th of Gozrin, you begin checking the area for hazards. Early in the afternoon, you crest a low rise, and you see the plains stretched out to the southeast before you, very gently sloping down toward Gleaming Sun Lake. Even this far away, you can see the sunlight reflecting off of the distant lake. Off to the west, you can see the Broken Tusk following, slowly catching up with you. And in the distance, you can see the fires of the Burning Mammoths. At this point, I want one of you to make a survival check.
Jonesy!
Oh yeah, +8. 14.
Oh, just got it.
Nice.
You realize that in the open terrain, the Burning Mammoths are moving once every 3 days. At least that's how fast they're currently going, right? So you're basically going, in most cases, once every 2 days, right? Your following moves once every 2 days because you move one day and you scout the next, move one day and scout the next. They seem to be moving once every 3 days.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Jonesy figures that out. Now, following, traditionally, the Seahorn route would take you by the lake, where the following would camp for weeks, restocking supplies and resting the animals. Now, of course, you cannot spare the time to do this, though the leaders of the Broken Tusk still expect to stop briefly by the lake. You find nothing hazardous in this hex, so you make camp, and the following creeps forward behind you. And that means it's now Sunday, the 10th of Gozrin, and you have a couple of options. You could head southeast toward the lake, or you could head northeast across the plain toward a line of hills to the east. Which way do you want to go?
I don't think we want to enter the hills, do we?
I don't think so.
No.
I feel like going. Plus, the elders want to go by the lake at least.
Yeah.
Even if we don't stay. So I say we continue southeast.
Does the river slow us down as difficult terrain the same way hills do?
No.
Depending on how closely they're following us. If they're following our path. No, I don't know.
What will the forest do to our speed if we, do we want to avoid forest?
It's difficult terrain.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Hills are difficult terrain, forest is difficult terrain. The river is not. You just have to find a crossing spot, which you do as part of reconnoitering. You undertake that travel activity moving into the hex, and as you reach the hex, you now see that there's something 1 hex to the southeast. You're not sure what it is, but it's right at the horizon. It could be a very large and strange rock formation, or a very large animal standing very still. You'll have to get closer to take a better look. So here on the 9th of Gozrin, you are exploring this hex, clearing it for the following. Do you want to go into that hex with a strange object, which is to your southeast, or do you want to kind of go around it by going northeast?
Andreas would want to check it out.
Yeah.
So you want to check out what this large rock formation is,
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
Because if we go into this hex, the following doesn't necessarily have to we could
Sure.
stop them and
Right.
it's still going to cost a day, but we could, if it's a terrible, terrible thing, stop them.
All right, so you decide to move into the next hex and find out what this strange thing is on the horizon, and we'll find out what it is in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Something to fight. Definitely.
Bring it down.
Thanks for listening to Broken Tusk Rising. You can help the podcast by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, by following us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram as @TheHouseOfBob, or by chatting with us on Discord, and most of all, by supporting us on Patreon. That's at patreon.com/TheHouseOfBob. This show is possible due to all our patrons who get special zines, one-shots, episode commentary, and other stuff for supporting the podcast. We'd like to thank our new patrons, Craig and Connor. Art for this episode is by Shaun Makes. Audio production and music are by me, Mike Hammock. Thanks again for listening, and roll on.
This is great post-credits content.
Yes, this is just what people want to listen to, is me navigating windows.
Mike's sheet is very calming, though. The wind ripples through it.
Yes.
How come you have cool sheet wind?
Because he ironed his before he hung it.
Don't point out my wrinkly sheet, Nick. I just sewed together like several pairs of green underwear.
Well, it looks really good.
I'm impressed you're able to get the colors that match that well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I gotta steam it. I hate you. You're making me do work.
Runs another 20 feet. Is that really just their move? Is it really just 20?
Seem kind of slow.
Well, they are carrying scissors.
Can you share that spell in the fancy chat?
Yes.
And then I can struggle to add it to my character. Nobody look. Everybody turn away.
Can I punch him as an attack of
Yeah,
opportunity?
do you have an attack of opportunity?
Yeah.
Yes, you certainly can. Oh, wait, it was a step.
Okay, it was a step, not a
You
move.
can't.
Nope, it's fine. Yeah, okay, you're right. Okay. I got excited. I was actually going to get to use my...
I got excited too, but no, it was a step. That's right.
Next time.
So 8 points of damage. Wait,
Nope.
You just did that to yourself.
I did that to myself. Dang it. All right, hang on a moment. The creature's hit points have somehow reset. I don't know why.
Oh.
So I'm going to have to go backtrack and figure out all the damage that's been
it's
done. How much?
healing.
Another power it has.
I mean, if you haven't left a rating or a review after what is this, 10 episodes? Come on. Just
They're not gonna.
stop everything you're doing right now.
No, if they haven't done it by now, they're not going to.
Come on.
They don't actually like us. They're hate listening, or I don't know what they're doing.
Give it a 3-star review and then tell Mike what you think.
I don't hate listen to a whole lot of podcasts, but when I do, I never,
I hate it so
never
much.
leave a review.